So I don't know how many times we got to talk about the fact that Sweet Baby Inc. is a death note when it comes to developers and studios, where the chances of you having a successful Sweet Baby Inc. game, you might as well go play the lottery at this point, or you're probably going to have more of a chance to get struck by lightning. Well, apparently we have another admission. Now keep in mind, this admission is just like, what, the third one now? Because Remedy Entertainment has done multiple updates, right, over the cost of Alan Wake 2 and how apparently the game has still, till this time, not recouped the cost that it took to make Alan Wake 2.
I know what you get. You're a damn predator.
Now, I know during my Alan Wake 2 videos, a lot of the people in the comments who are shills for Sweet Baby Inc., they would go in my comments and it'll be like, well, the game's going to make money eventually. It's going to get put on sale and people are going to buy it throughout the years and eventually it's going to make money. It's only a matter of time. Isn't that really sad to have that kind of a mindset, right? Where it's like, all right, your game comes out and you can't recoup the money because the game's absolute trash to a lot of people. So then you decide to want to hope that over time, over the next 5 or 10 years, maybe you'll be able to recoup the cost, right? If you put it on sale enough and people can be convinced to finally spend $5 on it, it's kind of a really shitty mindset, right? And it's a really weird way to defend a game that clearly a lot of people have an issue with, right? So I played the initial Alan Wake and I heard different things about Alan Wake 2. I was going to purchase Alan Wake 2. I wasn't going to do it when it was full price. I was going to purchase it when it was on sale. However, once I figured out what was happening with Sweet Baby Inc. and whatnot, I decided to never purchase Alan Wake 2, and I much rather just let it, sit and never buy it. But unfortunately, I just don't see how this can be even comparable to the original. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says Remedy Entertainment confirmed again, and keep in mind, this has been multiple times now, that the Sweet Baby Inc. influenced Alan Wake 2 has still not yet recovered the cost to make the game after releasing it almost a year ago in October of 2023. In Remedy Entertainment's half-year financial report covering January to June 2024, the company shared at the time of publishing this report, Alan Wake 2 has recouped most of its development and marketing expenses. That means it has still taken a loss on the game. Not only did the company reveal that the game has yet to recover its cost nearly a year after release, but the company's CEO, Tero Virtala, shared that Alan Wake 2 did not yet generate any royalties. Despite the game not covering its costs, Remedy Entertainment plans to release physical editions for the game. Their report detailed that a physical deluxe edition will go on sale on October 22nd of 2024, and a collector's edition from Limited Run Games will ship in December of 2024. Now, Limited Run Games, that particular company, that's the one who I believe fired Cara Lynn, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but I believe that was the case. That's that woke-ass company that fired Cara Lynn for whatever reason. It was ridiculous. I remember that. And now she's working somewhere much better. Of note, Remedy Entertainment did not provide any sales figures for Alan Wake 2. They still won't release sales figures. Why? Why won't you release any sales figures? What are you scared of, right? This is the second or third time that we're talking about how this game has not made its money back. I feel like an investor should have the right to know how many fucking sales did you have? How many games did you sell? I feel like they have a right to know that. But the company previously revealed that it sold 1 million copies by the end of December 2023. That's great, but how many games did you sell? How many did you sell this year? If you still haven't made your money back, where are you at right now? Why are you not releasing figures? In their business review for January to March 2024, it shared February 2024. Remedy announced that Alan Wake 2 had sold 1.3 million units at the beginning of February. Alan Wake 2 sales have continued with a high average price. At the end of the first quarter, the game has recouped a significant part of development and marketing expenses. As part of its revenue breakdown, in the most recent report, it revealed that 9.436 million came from development fees, while just 912,000 came from royalties. It detailed royalties consisted mainly of sales of Control and Alan Wake Remastered. Virtala explained development fees increased from the comparison period due to higher development fees from Max Payne 1 and 2 Remake. Its revenue did increase 16.2% for the quarter. However, it saw its operating profit decline $3.2 million. Remedy Entertainment is also staking their future on the Alan Wake franchise. In a section labeled Long-Term Business Prospects, the company shared that we have established 2 franchises, Control and Alan Wake, which are linked through the Remedy connected universe. Growing and expanding these franchises will be a key part of our future. In addition, we work with a partner franchise, Max Payne, that was originally created by Remedy, the company concluded. Now, you know what's sad, man? If they do come out with a Max Payne remake, and I mean like an actual genuine remake, not a remaster, if they come out with a remake, I can only imagine just how fucking terrible it's going to be, right? Can you imagine the dark themes that are in Max Payne coming out right now and being given to the modern audience? Yeah, they wouldn't even be able to handle some of the discussions happening. They wouldn't even be able to handle the opening scene with him and his wife and his child. They wouldn't be able to handle any of that. Like, all of it will be censored, and there'll be no reason for that game to exist. I'm serious, man. Like, if you're not going to do Max Payne right, don't do it at all. According to Game World Observer, Alan Wake 2 was fully funded by Epic Games, and Remedy will be entitled to 50% of the net revenue after the Epic fully recoups its investments. Finnish analysts at Ricola estimated that the game cost $70 million, with $50 million going into development, with the other $20 million going into marketing. Again, I think that is actually pretty low, considering it's I guess classified as a AAA game. I feel like that's pretty low, $70 million, but you know what? It's not chump change either. It's kind of in between. So the fact that it hasn't even been able to make $70 million based off its sales, that's pretty telling. There's a multitude of reasons why this game didn't do well, right? I feel like it took too long for it to come out. That's number one, right? A lot of people were super hyped about Alan Wake, and I was one of them too. I fucking love the original Alan Wake. I think it's great. I didn't really like the expansion too much, but overall, the initial first game is amazing. I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, but it's damn near close. I mean, from a cinematic storytelling point and just overall gameplay, and I just thought it was really good, really, really good. This game took too long to come out, right? It's got the Kingdom Hearts issue where you decide to take an IP that people have been asking for a sequel for forever and give it to them like 15 years later. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of that? You should have did it much, much sooner, but unfortunately they slept on it. And by doing so, by sleeping on it, you're not going to get as much of a return when you do finally come out with it. No matter how many people like the original, most have probably forgotten about it, right? So you're going to take a lot of marketing to get people to remember the initial game if they weren't super fans of it to begin with. Now, I think that by partnering with Sweet Baby Inc., it definitely has had a major, major contribution to just how bad this game is overall doing. I feel like this game would have made its money back by now if people like myself were able to buy the game. But since you decided to partner with Sweet Baby Inc., I can't say that I'm going to do it, right? I'm not going to buy it. Like I said, the last game that I bought that was Sweet Baby Inc. involved was Rebirth, right? That was it. That was the last one. Other than that, I'm not buying anything more. So I've made my stance, and a lot of people have also made their stance as well. I have so many games in my backlog that I don't have to buy this shit, right? I don't have to play the sequel. And this is where the misconception comes into play, right? A lot of people at AAA game development studios, they have it in their mind that, well, if we get people to fall in love with the first title, then they're automatically going to buy the second title because they just can't live without it, right? They can't live without the sequel. That's bullshit. There's a lot of people like me who will not buy the sequel or feel entitled to buy the sequel simply because you say so or just because you made it, right? I'm going to look at it as a separate game. And I feel like if you're up to some fuckery, then I'm not going to buy it. It's that simple. But they have it in their mind that we're going to buy it no matter what because they think we can't control ourselves. But little do they know that they underestimate PC players especially. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.